How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Benji's Vlogs and Whatnots 2.0. I am Benji. Looks like I've got a bit of stuff on my bloody face at the moment, along with other areas. We've just finished up doing a little bit of leaf vacuuming with the leaf vac that we bought a while ago, all due to this weather not being exactly the kindest at the moment. So as you guys would have seen just a moment ago with some of the clips, we do have a bit of smoke around at the moment. Most of this smoke is coming from forest, aka over by Lorne and Apollo Bay. So there is a big fire going on there at the moment, which is just over 60 miles from here, aka about 140 odd k's from here. So yeah, it's a big one, as you guys can see with the smoke. And this is just some of the view that we get here at the moment. As you guys can see, it is pretty smoggy at the moment, and this is from the fire over by Lorne, or the Otways, 100 kilometres to 140 k's, 60 to 80 mile a mile away from here. So we did have to do a little bit of leaf vacuuming. I'll give you guys a quick gander at that, even though it's not that important. This right here is pretty much what we picked up. That is all the leaf litter that we picked up just before. There is twigs, everything else going through it, but yeah, that's pretty much what we picked up before. Half a truck full of bloody leaf litter. And this right here is pretty much where we picked it all up from. There is still a bit of leaf litter throughout the whole thing, but it's not as bad. It was probably, I'd say, about an inch thick throughout all of this and all up and around there. We did have to stop a few times to help the blower because it was quite as you would say, strenuous for it. Too much for it to, as you would say, suck it all up. All because I was trying to shove it down its bloody throat, as it were. But that is going to be a lot better than what it was. Less of a fire danger. At least if it does go up, we can still manage to get the hose and come out and douse it if we need to. Either way, got to keep the yard tip-top and basically keep an eye on everything for the next week or two, just to be on the safe side. If anything happens up with Alerty or around town, we need to have, as you would say, an escape plan for any fires that may come this way in the next week or so, due to higher temperatures, anywhere between 90 to 105, if not higher, degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 35 to 42 degrees. Even in that temperature, it still can spark a fire, especially with all the dry stuff that we've got around at the moment. We do have to be on top of it. It is that time of year, unfortunately, for Australia. Queensland is copping a flogging with the floods and hurricanes and everything else in between. Victoria is suffering its fire season at the moment. I'm not too sure about South Australia. South Australia is also suffering a little bit from the heat as well, and Northern Territory is probably the same, either heat or floods. I'm not too sure, to be absolutely honest, but we do either way have to keep an eye on everything at the moment. Now this right here is the culprit for what's causing all that ruddy smoke. So all in that red area is the danger zone for the bushfire that's going on at the moment in Victoria, or close to work. So if we zoom out, all of that yellow that you see is basically where the smoke is travelling. So basically all up the coast into the port of Melbourne and up around North Melbourne is basically covered in smoke, all due to the fire that is right here. And that's pretty much where I've got to drive to and from nearly every day. So I do have to be very vigilant on that. So at the moment it is a watch and act. So at the moment it is a watch and act. It is not safe to return to that surrounding area. Carlisle River, Gelbrand. So Gelbrand is right there, and it's heading north. So basically it's going up to Baranga Rock. So I do have to keep an eye on that either way. So far there is a total of 3 bushfires going on at the moment. There's one in Koryong and surrounding areas. There's another one down here at Mount Wellington. So that one's definitely going to keep an eye on, but they're more northwesterly, or northeasterly I should say, from where we are. There's another one at Merton, Alexandra. That one's sort of under control at the moment, but still anything could happen. So there's quite a few other little spot fires going around town as well. So where we are, trusty old Bacchus Marsh, we are still copping a little bit, but not as much as what we were. Just like that, guys, most of the wind has carried the smoke away, considering that the wind is coming from behind us. At the moment it is currently going in the direction that we're facing. And funnily enough, we just had another look at the Vic Emergency app. It's saying that the air quality is not that great at the moment, but you can only see a very small amount of blue tinge over in that direction. And just like that, that is what we're looking at. That hasn't really changed that much, but where the smoke's going to be is pretty much that. But it would have been like that this morning, as you guys would have seen, but now being less, I don't know. This hasn't really changed that much. It's still the same distance between, but we will see how things go nonetheless in the next few hours. I'll keep an eye on it tonight and check it in the morning to see what the deal is. But yeah, if that gets any worse, there's probably no point in going down there. Fires, no fires, floods, no floods, hurricanes, no hurricanes. One thing I know for sure is we all are at, as you would say, the mercy of nature, as it were. And I am perfectly fine with that. Whatever may happen, happens. Whatever comes our way, whether it's fire, floods, or whatever it may be, then so be it. All I can say is I do hope that everyone that is being affected by said things gets out alive. You know, all this stuff that we've got around us, it's replaceable. But life, not so much. But in saying all that, I do hope that everyone that is being affected by the floods, by the fires and everything else in between gets out alive and to live another day. But we are definitely going to have to keep an eye on this weather either way, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Keep an eye and, as you'd say, get an exit strategy or plan. We should really have one at all times regardless, because we do, as you guys know, have a nice big national park up that way. Either way, guys, there's nothing we can do about it at this given time. All we can really do is just keep tabs on what's going on and to keep thoughts and prayers for those who get affected by these said things. I literally thought I just heard some sirens, but I think it's just some music from somewhere behind us. But either way, I'm not going to blabber on too much more about what's going on. It's just one of those things that is out of our control. I'm saying that, guys, I'm going to put the camera down and basically hope and pray that everyone gets out alive and everything else in between, and that there is no lives lost in these floods and fires. But for now, I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, arrivederci, and as always, keep it cheesy.